Let's take up the exercise given on page number 147, multiple choice questions. The first one, which of the following is a translucent object? So we know that translucent objects are the objects which do not allow 100% light to pass through them. They allow light to pass through them partially. So here let us see the options: air, tissue paper, brick and stone. So we can see air is transparent and brick and stone, they are both opaque objects. So here tissue paper will be the answer. The tissue paper is a translucent object because it doesn't let all the light to pass through. It gives a hazy picture and it is under the category of translucent objects. Next question, which of the following is a non-luminous objects? When we talk about the non-luminous objects, means the objects which do not emit their own light, we call them non-luminous. And all the non-luminous objects, they just reflect the light which they absorb, which falls on them from any luminous source, so we call them non-luminous objects. So the options are moon, sun, star and tube light. And we know that sun is the ultimate source of energy. It is luminous. Star is also luminous object, and tube lights also start emitting their light on their own once we switch on them. So all of these are the luminous sources of energy, but moon doesn't have its own light, so it is the non-luminous object among all of these, because moon only reflects the sunlight which falls on it, so it is non-luminous object. Which of the following is required for the formation of shadow? So he is asking that which of the following is a condition for the formation of a shadow. So what are the different conditions for the formation of shadow? Let us see the options first. Source of light, opaque object, an opaque screen behind the object, and all of these. So we know it very well that for the formation of a shadow we need these three conditions, that we should have a source of light. If we do not have a source of light, then it is not possible to have a shadow. Then we should have an opaque object which will hinder the path of the light and it will make a shadow, so an opaque object is also a must. Next is that we need an opaque screen where the shadow will be formed. So all these options, they are correct, but you will not put correct on all these options. You have to mark your tick on the last option, that is all of these. If you mark tick on all these options, then you will not get any marks, because we are given the option all of these, means A, B and C all are correct. So we will go with the option D, all of these, as these all are the necessary conditions that are required for the formation of a shadow. Next question, a dark space formed behind an opaque object is called. Again, we know when an opaque object, it obstructs the path of light. Light travels in a straight line. Light always shows rectilinear propagation, means straight line motion. So when an opaque object, it hinders the path of light, it comes in between the path of light, then a dark color shade is formed on the surface behind the object, on the screen we can say, and that dark colored shade we call it a shadow. So here the answer will be shadow. Image, screen and surface, they can't be the answer. Here the answer will be shadow. The property of light by which it travels in a straight line is called dash propagation, and the options are rectilinear, rectangular, rectifier and reversible. So when we talk about the first option, rectilinear, in the previous lesson also we have discussed the rectilinear motion means when an object moves in a straight line, then it is said to be in rectilinear motion. Just like the soldiers marching ahead in a forward direction, they always show rectilinear motion because they move in straight line. So rectilinear means to move in a straight line. Rectangular we know, rectifier we know, reversible we know. all these are different things, but rectilinear means to go straight, and we know that light always travels in a straight line. So we will go with option A, that light, it shows rectilinear propagation. The property of light by which it travels in a straight line is called rectilinear propagation. So we need to read the question twice and we need to understand that what is being asked. As per